There we go. I think people should be able to hear me now. Cameron, can you say
Looks like we are live.
on both?
Let's see. YouTube sounds good. Let's check Twitch. Hi, everybody. I don't know if anyone's actually there. I know we're streaming a little late tonight. It was my schedule. Yeah, looks like we're good.
Yay! Okay. I was so worried then.
We got an error message that wasn't actually an error message or something.
Something. An error message that actually had no impact on the actual stream. Okay, it's been a bit. I'm trying to remember what we were doing.
Me too.
Enna and Ratha have been taken away aboard the sand ship. We can't let it get away. Alright.
Oh, yeah. So Ratha but Ratha destroyed the windmill of the town that and I'm terrible with these names, the blonde lady from the first game was from. And then Ratha was captured by the hunters, brought to this city, to be, I guess, like, kind of investigated?
Investigated, basically, as what do we want to do about this situation? And then,
now they're taking him somewhere else.
some bad people, some enemies broke in, took Ratha from the hunters.
He got kidnapped.
And then, when Enna tried to stop them, they just decided, oh, bring the Wyverian too. And then, so then we came across the evil Edgy Riders.
Oh yeah, are the Edgy Riders the kidnappers?
They delayed us from chasing the kidnappers, so
Gotcha.
it's kind
Maybe related in some way, but we don't have a strong connection there yet.
Yeah. Okay. Let me remember where I'm going.
We are headed to, is it the big orange one or the green one?
I think we're going to Jalma Highlands.
Jalma Highlands. Sounds good.
I'm gonna be so rusty when we have to actually, like, get into a fight. I haven't touched this game in, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know we've talked offline a couple times. It's been a hell of a 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's good to get back in and just chill with a little Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Little Cephadrome. Are these just like a crap ton of... It still is weird to me to see like large amounts of monsters at once, even though I should be used to it by now. This is like episode like 12 or 13, so we've played the game for like 25 hours at this point or something. But yeah, it's like the little guys, it's like, okay, I'm used to them congregating, but seeing like a Daimyo Hermitar just out here with like a bunch of Cephadromes is still a little odd to me.
You know what we haven't done for a while that might be a good warm-up?
Oh, a little cave?
Everden.
Little Everden action.
You remember those, right?
I don't remember what the difference between an Everden and a regular den is.
So, regular dens are random, they pop up. Everdens are a little more treasure focused, and they are set ones that appear, and there's a set monster and egg at the end of each one.
Oh, gotcha.
It's primarily how you get bottle caps.
What do we got? We got a Tigrex over here.
I'm mostly watching for the treasure chests.
Yeah. Just farm a little bit.
Well, bottle caps. I want bottle caps. Oh.
It's blocked off. Oh, we haven't.
We don't have.
We don't have the right Monstie for it. Got it.
Oh well.
Plum Daimyo Hermitar. Some fossils. Den bones.
Great, now I have that song stuck in my head. I hate that song.
I don't know the song. And I'm not going to ask you to sing it, because you hate it.
It's a song that basically one of the lines goes, now hear the word of the Lord. So...
Oh, interesting.
If I recall correctly, and my memory's a little fuzzy on this.
Sleep in Sephadra? Oh no. Say it again?
There's one line that goes, now hear the word of the Lord. If I recall correctly, it's actually a reference to a specific myth in the Bible. I don't remember what they use, so I'm just gonna go speed and hope for the best.
Cephadrum feels like it's a, what is it, technique? It like puts things to sleep.
You know what? I'm gonna go power to the one that's gonna attack me then. Actually, I should use a skill. Blade slash power! Cameron, what?
Hey Guns Pony, yes, it is a late night. We're playing, because Osprey, he really wanted to make sure that we didn't go like 3 weeks in a row without playing. And my schedule got a little... I'm not working right now, I've got the holiday, but my schedule got a little barked with family stuff, so to play today, we figured we'd do a late night, and since I don't have anywhere, I gotta be in the morning. Which isn't 100% true, I gotta drive to Indianapolis tomorrow morning. But that's not a big deal. Oh yeah, smack him.
Anything interesting going on in Indianapolis?
I'm gonna go yell at one of our suppliers, because they can't make parts right.
Oh dear. That's never a good thing, especially with engineering.
Yeah, it's I'm exaggerating. I'm not gonna yell. We're gonna they're doing a coding operation, and I'm gonna go just witness it to try and figure out why we're having issues. It's like the past month at work has been kind of a he said, she said situation with like the parts aren't correct, and we're trying to isolate where in our process things are going wrong. And like I've got a theory. The supplier is not being 100% cooperative, which is fair to them, because it like to just go by my word and assume that I'm correct would cost them money to investigate. So I'm gonna go gather some actual data to show that, hey, yeah, this is the issue. Or if it's not the issue, then I'll have learned something new.
Yeah, that's always a plus. Whack.
Just right on the head, right on that noggin. Yeah. The Piscine wyverns, I think, are my least favorite wyverns.
That's fair. They just look ready to nom.
Yeah. And I guess it's not Cephadrum specifically, but yeah, them, Leviathoth, what's the other one? Plesioth, all of them. Just not a big fan.
Aha! Take that. Let's hit it as hard as I can.
Yeah, Guns Pony, but it's 1 day out of 2 weeks, and the rest of the time I get to enjoy doing like whatever hobby stuff I want to do. I built some shelves recently. They turned out pretty nice. And then I'm gonna spend a good chunk of time cleaning, which I am actually very much looking forward to, because certain parts of the apartment are a little on the dusty side. I just haven't gotten like that like deep clean where you get in those like nooks and crannies behind like furniture. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm awake at night thinking about like I really got to get back there.
Yeah, I actually made some progress on dishes today, which made me feel a little bit better.
There you go. Yeah. There is something satisfying about like checking something off a list.
For me, it was less that, and it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about this next time I want to try to cook as much.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good point.
One of the biggest spoon costs for cooking is the dishes for me. So I'm trying to... Rude, all of these chests are behind things I can't... I'll have to come back for some of these.
So what is it like we need a specific monster or we need a specific type of monster? I know different ones have environmental moves, like Narakuga's turning invisible here, right?
Yeah.
Is it... It's that same sort of thing?
Yeah. I think Yonkaku has the rock breaking thing. So I'll probably do a little less exploring in this one than I was going to. Also, it's taking a little longer than I anticipated, so...
Yeah, we still got to brush off some cobwebs with, with a fight.
I'm still planning on going to the very last room and taking on the monster there.
Yeah.
And then seeing if I can... Oh, there it is. Move, Zepha. Thank you. I don't remember the name of this one off the top of my head.
Gypceros?
Gypceros?
Yes, purple. A purple nurple Gypceros. Which means it's even poisonier.
Poisonier? Oh hey,
Yeah,
it's weak to fire.
More... It's not venom, is it? I guess it is. It spits of venom.
It's been so long since I played that I'm just kind of like, I don't even remember anything.
No. I'm just thinking like general language terms. I'm trying to remember the difference between poison and venom. Poison makes you sick if you eat it. Venom makes you sick if it injects into you or if it gets on you, I think. Hi, hello, how are you today? I think Osprey, he's referring to spoon theory, not literal spoons. I know in this case he was talking about dishes.
So spoon theory is everything requires a certain amount of energy a day, and I don't know why spoons got settled on. I have to do some digging into the history. Oh darn it, I'm blanking. And I forgot what moves it's been using. Another version I've seen of it is the equivalent of things taking spell slots.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me. I saw, I was following a thread on Twitter the other day, post PAX Unplugged. There was a lot of discussion about, and it's fair, that, shit. I just want to make sure I'm using the correct language. There was discussion about whether or not it was ableist for people to be attending a convention in a pandemic, which is something I didn't think about. The person who was discussing it has autoimmune deficiency and lives in Philadelphia. So they were expressing a lot of stress and concern about the added stress to Philadelphia's hospital system that a bunch of people coming into the city would bring. And PAX Unplugged was, you had to show proof of vaccination If you didn't have, like, we got boosters in addition to being maxed, and there's a mask mandate the entire time, and we double masked and that stuff. But it was still, I don't know, X thousand people, you know, in downtown Philadelphia, which is something that I'll admit that I wasn't at the forefront of my mind when we made the decision to go. But the thread was interesting, and then it was saying, you know, there are people that are attending the convention that are doing so for industry purposes. They are attending because they are board game designers or game designers or RPG writers or all sorts of stuff to make the connections they need to, like, feed themselves and, you know, make the business connections they need. But there are people with autoimmune deficiencies or all sorts of reasons that can't attend the convention. So check out these creative people who weren't able to attend, and see if you can support them, kind of thing. So I checked out some of their stuff, and I bought some books and things like that. But someone, and I'll have to go find the tweet, someone was making little pins that have a sliding scale on them, and one of them was like the spoon scale, which I thought was interesting. I'll have to find this, because I'm probably not explaining it correctly in my, like, half-drunk adult brain.
Oh, you're a little intoxicated right now?
Yeah, Hannah was the DD, so I got to enjoy some red wine.
Nice. Let's see how much longer we have to take out this,
Purple? Ooh, Dark Thrash.
Yep.
I always like this move. Yeah. Just, oh, I'm behind you. Oh, I'm over here now. Yeah. Just a great visual.
Oh, and I don't know if you saw my thing on the Discord, but I decided to start learning German.
Yeah, I did. So it's funny, Kayvon and I both lived in Germany for brief periods.
I did not know that you had lived in Germany for a while.
Yeah, I lived in, we both lived there for a summer at different points in time. And we both lived in Jena. We were attending the Jena Electromechanical Institute.
Oh. Wait. Depending on ages, you might have actually met someone I know there.
Oh, really? I was there in 2014 or 13, and Kayvon was there, I think, 2016.
I don't remember what year my friend Devin went. But yeah, I had a friend that went to Germany for the summer for robotics stuff. And I think Jenna was...
Yeah, we did a bunch of robotics stuff.
Yeah,
That's awesome. What a small world.
Yeah, I will have to send this friend a link to the Discord. And you two can, like, chat about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Ironically...
But my German is very vestigial at this point.
I mean, so one thing I have found out about... let me fix our friend Roberto here. The antidote. There's the antidote. Okay, it suddenly went away. But this is another friend that got into, I don't remember what kind of engineering ended up getting into. But got into engineering and is one of those people that is constantly busy and everybody wants to spend time with.
Yeah, engineering will keep you busy if you let it. There's definitely been discussion about, like, work-life balance and that sort of stuff. And I think it's one of those things where the personality for that kind of work tends to also be the same personality that is like, I want to solve this problem, so I'm going to spend time working on it, regardless of like how much other free time you might have.
And funny enough, both of you have kind of that, when you're social, people tend to be like, tend to somewhat be the organizers and kind of the, for lack of a better term, ringleaders.
Oh, like, yeah, instigators.
Yeah, that sort of thing, and kind of the... I think you see what I'm getting at. My brain's a little... I had a really bad panic attack last night, so I took something for it, and now I'm just, like, foggy.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, like, are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. So the really bad panic attacks leave me with a tingly face and tingly arm. And I don't remember if I'm going the right way. I hope I am. There is an orange thing over here. I'm gonna go check out what that orange is. But yeah, so it's definitely something made to, like, it was literally a prescription. Oh, white monobloss.
Ooh.
Oh right, that's later. That's a later story thing. That's why that's orange. I remember now.
Yeah, Guns Pony. The pins are cool, and what I linked is like a thread in a, or is a tweet in a whole thread of stuff.
Yeah, I hadn't.
And oh yeah.
I hadn't really thought much about the PAX Unplugged so much because I also figured the people who were behind it would have like done calculations, and if they're being careful enough to put the limitations in place that they did, I figured they might have done, and I didn't have the energy to look into this, but they might have, I figured they would have done enough research to know what the risk level actually was.
And I think that is the case. The person who brought it to my attention, Samwise, at the Samwisest, they, I think, I don't know that I, like, if you're curious, check it out, the thread, but it is a bit of doom scrolling, because they are focused, not focused, they are coming to it from a perspective of high vulnerability that is not something that, you know, I experienced, but they did raise a good point to me, I thought, which was that sometimes when I'm doing my risk calculations, it's my personal risk and not necessarily what stress I might be putting on a system at large. But to your point, Osprey, like, hopefully the PAX organizers did that sort of analysis.
There's still a good point about some people missed out on the opportunity to network on the same level.
Yes.
I'm not saying this person is wrong or that. Just part of what caught my attention was I didn't know what research went into it and what didn't.
Yeah, and I think based on, like, last year, all the PAXs were canceled. They delayed several this year. I think they only held, like, East, which was a couple months ago, and then this one. And with the new rising rates, they're talking about, okay, well, what do we do about next year? They might be canceling more. So it seems like they're very mindful of that.
Yeah. I also think a lot of there's always been barriers to entry to PAX.
Yeah.
That's always been a huge problem. Like, for me, the chance of getting tickets and being able to afford to go to something
you
as
lived
big
in
as
the PAX Prime area.
I didn't have a lot of reason personally to go to PAX at the time.
Yeah. And yours is the PAX. Like the one nearest you was the original PAX, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't have enough reason to go. I think it would have helped me get more involved in gaming. But it's always been super expensive, and you have to hope you get tickets.
Yeah, it's like so popular. There's like a lottery system or something, like San Diego Comic-Con and stuff. Comic-Con is something I'll never go to. I don't think that just sounds like too much. Too many people.
I am out of Sonic Bombs.
Oh shit. What do we do?
I don't know. I'm gonna counter stance for now. But like for me, like it was hope you get the tickets right when they come on sale. Like it's I'm gonna test something, see if it works at all. Like I remember one job I was working, we couldn't access the internet during work hours, which is when PAX tickets would go on.
And by the time you could get home, yeah, they're gone. They sell out.
The people who could access the internet were already the people making more. Like, there's always been a lot of barriers to entry, in my opinion, for PAX, and I've always had to weigh any convention with a lot of stimuli, with the fact that there's a ton of stimulation.
Yeah, I guess we've never really talked about like convention experiences. Yeah, Guns Pony. Yeah, PAX Prime is in Seattle. Noob Tube, PAX Unplugged is a real PAX. I think I know what you mean when you're saying like there's video game PAXs and then PAX Unplugged is like strict, really board game focused. So with you doing LARP stuff, did you ever like, because that was something that was at PAX Unplugged. We didn't get a chance to check it out, but they did have a LARP at PAX Unplugged this year. Have you gone to a convention for LARP?
Kind of once. It was a very small one, and even then I still had to very much pace myself. Because lots and lots of people equals lots and lots of sensory input, which tends to it tends to fry me pretty fast. Right. So
it's the sort of thing like you'd enjoy it, but you'd need to take time away every now and then.
I'd have to find like corners here and there where I could just have a little bit of quiet and not be thinking about all people all around me all the time.
So I will say that is something, because I know Craig used it, that PAX Unplugged, so I assume all the PAXs do it, they do have quiet, like, they have a quiet play area for like board games where you can chill out, and they have also like a quiet rest area. So it seems like they're mindful of that sort of thing, which is neat. I know Jerry, he's spoken about it a couple times. His son is somewhere on the spectrum, and I don't 100% know. I don't know that he's gone into detail, or if he has, I haven't read that part of it.
Yeah, like, I tried going to SakuraCon once or twice, and that
What's that one?
It's an anime convention in the greater Seattle area. That got kind of overwhelming kind of fast. And then when I went to Dragon Con in Georgia, I ran into a little bit of that too. I totally had a chance to submit a thing for a competition for Green Ronin, and then I totally ADHD'd and forgot to actually submit it after I made it.
Oh no.
It was like for some sort of contest of if your monster gets in here, and I was like, oh cool, that'd be a way to get into like design and stuff. And it was for like a Dragon Age TTRPG, create a monster, and I had come up with like a blighted boar or something like that. Yeah,
Oh, that's kind of neat. It like charges and does it leave like pestilence behind it or something?
I don't remember the details, to be honest. This was years ago.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I totally ADHD'd and forgot to actually submit it. I made it, and then I just forgot to send it in. I'm like, why did I do this?
The good news is it doesn't seem to be doing a ton of damage each time.
Yeah, I don't have the thing to pull it up.
Yeah.
So I'm biding my time.
Boom Headshot, PAX South and South by Southwest I think are both in Texas, and that's pretty far from where I am. If I went, so PAX Unplugged is in Philadelphia, which is about an 8-hour drive. We flew, but it's about an 8-hour drive. PAX East is in Boston, which is about the same distance, and I think that's the closest one to where we are. Although Raheem is in Seattle, and it sounds like maybe in the future we'll have some more friends in Seattle, so that would be a cool one. But like Osprey said, there's like a whole lottery system and stuff, and you gotta get tickets fast, so you'd have to see. I have been to Gen Con and Origins. Origins had about 20,000 people. Gen Con had 75,000 people, and it was too much for me. I went by myself. I met like friends there for the Transformers trading card game back in 2019. And it was pretty sweet. The Gen Con, I actually qualified for the Energon Invitational, like the World Championship tournament in PAX Unplugged that year at Gen Con. But I was overwhelmed at Gen Con. Just the size of the show floor, the size of the crowd. I mean, this was all pre-COVID, so like there was no social distancing. But it was very, very overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then I've been to like Ohio Con, and I think that's about it.
You would have to pay me a lot of money to get me to go to Texas.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very fair point.
Ooh, combination.
Oh shit! Yes. Are we? Oh, okay, he's. At first, I didn't see the rope, and I was like, "Is he just flying?" I didn't know they had wire bugs in this game.
I mean, yeah, he's using the grapple thing from World and flying with a Remora, I think it is.
Yeah. Speaking of World, for those that are looking for more Monster Hunter hunting content, I know Osprey, he's put out the call for us to play some more Rise soon, which we'll be doing. Maybe not on stream, but if you're in the Discord, we'll be looking for people to hunt with to do, what is it, the Royal... No, I'm mixing up my games.
The urgent Mizusune quest.
Yes.
That I keep hearing, don't do with random people. You, like, apparently it's been super hard and there's been a lot of triple cards.
Yeah, the Apex Mitsuzune.
Yeah. So I kind of want to try it out. We might have to do a couple of fights to get on.
Oh, definitely.
On Rusty.
Yeah, well, and the buttons are different between, I think, World and Rise, and I've been playing a little bit of World recently, so I know I'm gonna have to like unlearn that. I was playing World and I kept like eating potions while I was trying to roll.
Oh dear.
It wasn't pretty. Oh, I think it's been a minute since I've seen Tigrex's. That's kind of a cool one.
Most of the time
Meteor
when I've been
Claw Smash.
most of the time when I've been using Tigrex, it's when Tom's been around.
Yeah, Tom's yeah.
Scrambly boy.
We got him. Nice. Now, so that was Rise, but we also might be bringing World to stream, maybe in 2022, because the Atomic Fox, who I believe is now officially been on the channel with the latest Pokemon episode,
and was on the channel a little bit
during the
for
live stream.
Live stream for Extra Life.
The Atomic Fox has expressed interest in playing World. So once we get them set up, because like the beginning of the game you can't do multiplayer and it's a little annoying, so we'll probably do that part off screen, but once they're good to go, we'll do some hunting in World on screen. Like we'll do it together off screen, and then we'll do it together on screen also.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have
this
to,
was a new. Okay.
I'll have to see if they've gotten the first quest or two done on Monster Hunter World.
And if not, like I said, I'm not working these couple days, so
yeah.
Starting Wednesday, I'll be more free to hunt in general in either Rise or World.
Okay.
Shooting for the stars, huh, kid? I feel like he's a Steve Bloom voiced character.
I have no idea who that is, so I can't really comment.
He did Starscream in Transformers Prime, and he did the main guy from Cowboy Bebop.
Never watched it.
Let's see. He was Black War Greymon, Flame Dramon, Ray Dramon, and Magnamon in Digimon Adventure 2.
That sounds familiar. I think I watched a little bit of Digimon. Oh, hello, ship.
Oh, hey! Hey, it's one of the desert ships!
That's what they took our friends on.
Yeah. Oh, this is like that ship with the flag and everything. Is that their fortress in the background, maybe?
We'll find out.
Did you watch Naruto?
Yeah, sub, not
Steve. Oh, not dub. Okay.
I typically don't watch dub for most things, in part because for a while I was working on learning Japanese because I was going to get into game stuff, and it seemed like the most practical, so... like, the reason I'm learning German is actually, I feel like it would be the most advantageous if I ever want to, if I ever actually find myself in the position of being able to start heading towards moving to Europe. Until I know which... Once you learn a language, it's easier to learn other languages too, from what I've...
100%.
So I want to learn at least one language. German has enough similarities with English that it's going to be a little easier. And it's one of the most spoken, if not the most spoken language in Europe. So that was kind of my thought process. Also, it's one of the languages I can put my Pokemon games in, which I figure will help me practice like my reading and stuff if I like play Pokemon in German.
Yeah. Have you used like Duolingo or
Yeah, so I kind of blitzed through the first section last night and mastered that first level. I got very good at saying, do you want bread or oh, bread and milk, or do you want milk or wine, or tea, or coffee, or like mostly some basic nouns, and then hey boom headshot. So I did consider a Romance language. I've dabbled a tiny bit in Spanish.
Oh, these ruins are beautiful.
Oh yeah, they are. French, no matter how hard I try, I always seem to absolutely butcher pronunciation. Like, I don't know what it is. I can't seem to figure it out.
Yeah, the French went overboard in their consonants.
So I'm gonna say
they needed
an
engineer in there just cutting out letters from that language.
Oh, so once we get up to the cutscene that's gonna be coming up, I'm gonna suggest paying attention.
Ooh, yes. It reminds me of Castle Strahd. Strayed, Castle Strayed. Ooh. Both squads of hunters, yeah. Fucking get out of here, Nibiru.
Oh, it's the evil rider group.
That helmet is super sick, though. Is that like just a skull helmet?
I don't know, it just looks really edgy.
Dramatic twist!
The naive kid is naive.
That's not his dad, right?
No. Oof. Oh, that's a burn.
Yeah, it's a... Alright, so the hunters are working with these evil riders.
Some hunters, apparently. Because Roberto and Lilia didn't know anything about this, and they had to break in.
Yeah, but it does look like, I guess I'm trying to tell... Ooh, Ruby Basarios?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell if the hunters... Because they have the guild insignia, so I assume they are like guild-sanctioned hunters.
There are no specifically hunter-sanctioned, hunters
that is a giant Basarios.
That's a normal Basarios in this game.
It's a big boy. The Basarios is the juvenile form of Gravios. So normally Basarios is a little smaller. It's like closer to Boldrome sized. Or maybe Gravios is even bigger than I thought.
I don't remember. I'm gonna... Oh hey, the weapon named after Basarios. And made out of Basarios. Alright. Let's squish it. Or smash it. Actually, that doesn't look like the Hunter logo.
Not on the rider. I thought on the hunters, like in medieval armor, they had the
hunters,
like a little badge on their left breast.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there were some official hunters that were tricked, but overall the hunters were not
they're not the guild hunters. It might just also be an aesthetic thing, like it's just part of the armor. So when they did the armor for the game, they just left that emblem in. And I'm reading too much into it.
I need to swap my strength Monstie at some point to something better. Because Bull Drum is nice, but I don't think Bull Drum can keep up. Rude.
Yeah, Guns Pony. Basarios, but it does fire, it can poison, it can sleep, it does a lot of things.
Yeah, when I can actually take out Gamoth, I will I will swap Gamoth in.
Hi, hello, how are you today? I'm impressed you remember. It's been almost a month, so... Oh shit. I don't know if we've seen this one before.
Well, I'm not running a Basarios, so you wouldn't have.
Yeah. That's kind of cute, actually. Like, I mean, it hurts.
Yeah.
But, like, it's a little, like, artillery piece.
Mm-hmm. I've got to,
Oh, yeah.
Squish.
Nice.
Yeah, that I got to antidote. Tell y'all what, when I go to do the first stream of the new year for Monster Hunter Stories 2, I'll do another take at Gamoth.
Yeah, that'll be good. Boom Headshot, I have not. No spoilers in chat, please. Although, I will say, I don't know if I'm going to. I guess, Osprey, I don't know. Are you into, the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all?
Some of it. The hard part for me with Spider-Man is it's just really painful for me to watch exactly how awkward.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Like, I appreciate the character. I'm bad at sitting down and sitting through the level of awkward that is Spider-Man.
Yeah, secondhand, what do they call it? Like, contact embarrassment?
Secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah. For me, I enjoyed the Marvel movies. I saw the last Spider-Man movie. But then, like, with everything that's been going on, Hannah and I stopped watching them. Not like we just, like, fell off the wagon. And now that we're off the wagon, it's like, it's an intimidating amount of time for me to, like, catch up. Because there's, like, TV shows that I've missed, and there's, like, 3 movies now, I think. What, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and now Spider-Man. Or 4. There was an Eternals one. It's just so much that I'm like, I think I'm like, okay, not keeping up anymore.
I think Eternals is a TV show.
Oh, okay. Eternals is a TV show.
I'm not gonna lie, I have opinions about Endgame and kind of the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
I thought episode evasion would work. Apparently not. Do I have any area of effect? Antidotes?
Impressed that Piglet survived. Yeah, that one.
Apparently not, so I guess life powder to keep me alive long enough to antidote.
Fair. Yeah, and then like, if I'm not watching Marvel movies, then I have more time. Like, I still need to see Wes Anderson's new movie. I'm really excited to watch The French Dispatch. Yeah, that's a pretty good Great Sword Strike. I dig it.
Yeah. Yes!
Nice.
Why did it use... Oh, that's new to me. I've never had something have 2 status effects before.
That's interesting.
And I can't swap out my monster?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, because... Oh dear. Okay, so I'm gonna focus on antidoting. And then I'll antidote myself next turn.
I saw a trailer for 2 movies that look really exciting that are coming out next year. One is called Northman, The Northman, which looks like it's like a Scandinavian revenge epic. Don't know if it's based off of any like poem or anything, but it looks pretty good. And the other one, I gotta look up because I don't remember what the name is. But it's like a weird fractal multiversal parallel universe story, and I'm trying to think how I'd look it up because I don't recognize any of the actors or actresses.
Okay, I can... I'm hoping... I don't think we've taken the rider down yet.
No. But we don't... Do we need to, or as long as we take the ruby out 3 times, they lose?
It's kind of the same way our lives work. Rider or Viserios can count.
Shared, yeah.
But I was more thinking for which one would most likely have the least health.
Oh, very good point. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is the name of the movie. Michelle Yeoh. That one, it looks like a pretty cool trailer.
I'm gonna have to life suit, or life powder and hope for the best.
Fair. Weather the storm! Is it an ambush if we know exactly what's happening?
I don't...
Hey!
We still have to make... I don't know if we'll survive the poison, that's my concern.
Oh.
We did. We did. Okay.
Hey! Holy cow.
Okay, life powder, and then hopefully that gets me through till I can attack again.
Yep.
Come on. Rude. Oh hey, kinship skill. And the Viserios is drooling. So, hey.
We got this. We got this. Tigrex is a strength.
Hello, Ratha Rosa. Yes!
Hi,
I got
Ratha
it!
Rosa. Nice! We did it!
Okay. That I apparently need to level up more or something. Or get a better monster.
どうなってんだよ。あいつらは何者なんだ。
カイル、お前にも責任はあるんだぞ。お前がレウスを奪ってあいつらに渡したんじゃないか。
Naviro.
Oh, he's not wrong in this instance.
But at the same time, is a kid.
Yeah, fair.
Whose dad was probably unavailable during this whole tumultuous thing.
Very true.
And did not have the normal guidance that he would normally have.
だがぼーっと待っている暇はないな。エナとレウスを取り戻すぞ。何突っ立ってんだ。お前も来い。
Yeah, join the party.
俺たちの仕事は狩りをすることだけじゃない。環境の変化を知り、その原因を調査することも大事な仕事だ。
Roberto slipping into a mentor role.
あのレウスが何なのか。お前も知りたいだろ。
Spiky blonde hair buddies.
Yeah, yeah. Got it.
I should probably...
Heading up the tower. Do we need to get any... do we need to go to like a store and grab any more items or anything?
I'm gonna... where's the catavan stand? I think that was right outside. So I'm gonna head back to town real quick. We're only an hour in, so we have plenty of time. So I'm going to go to the town, refill my hearts. And also buy some stuff. Because I need more sonic bombs. So I don't end up in a situation like with that Diablos. I'm also gonna see if I can get any more items. Or equipment, I should say. That's actually pretty good. But I don't have what I need.
I do think that this city is my favorite, like, layout and design.
Let's see, this is 57. Oh, right, because it's maxed all the way. Trying to decide what I can afford to make. Oh, there we go. So I have a new hammer.
Yep.
And oh, finally, a new gun lance. Yes! I haven't been able to upgrade my gun lance for so long.
I like the look of the Diablos gun lance.
I need to sell, apparently. Okay. Now I can upgrade.
Nice.
Diablo Sledge. Oh, not quite enough Legiana parts. I'll have to farm that off screen. Let's see if I can upgrade. Nope. Okay. Let's check armor. That's some funny looking armor.
Which one? Which one was funny looking?
Zynoger.
Oh, you.
The faceplate.
Yeah. I like it. I like the like the plates with the fur line on the inside and behind it sticking out. I think that looks pretty cool. The Hermitar one I think is funny because it's just like football gear.
It's like they combined football gear and armor.
Yeah.
I think I'll leave armor alone for now. I want to focus a little bit on getting supply items. I have... $20 should be good for now. Right. And then let me check and see if there's anything I can turn in. What other strength monsties can I get? Let me check that actually.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know too.
Monsteepedia.
Because,
No, that doesn't allow me to... I know where to check. Well, I can check out of the monsters I have.
Bullfango we got very early on. It might have been like one of our very first ones we got, so...
Oh yeah, I have
like you were saying, I'm sure. Hey. Purple Gypseros. You look cute now, kinda, with your little buck teeth. I don't like it as an adult though.
Okay. Power. You can do Diablos. Oh, hey! So I guess these are kind of our two current options.
I am a Diablos fan.
Great.
I'm surprised Gypseros is a power.
I'm
That's an
kind of
interesting one.
I'm kind of worried about where they got that name.
Oh, you know what? Let me look it up.
Like, I'm not saying it did come from anywhere bad, I don't have the context enough to know if it did come from somewhere bad.
Yeah. Notes.
Oh, Anjanath's also power. Let's run Anjanath.
Hey, yeah, Anjanath's a beast.
Alright. Piglet time. Get replaced. I think what happened was I got Anjanath, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start running it, but I need to level it up with expeditions first.
So Gypseros, there's a stone called gypsum, which is known for being very bright.
Okay.
And Gypseros's thing is it flashes its little stone on its head.
Okay, cool. So, I'm not worried then.
Yeah, little fun fact.
So, water and ice. Non-elemental. Let's get some of these expeditions going. There we go. Okay. New monster acquired, some items acquired. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
Now we have an Anjanath on our team. and I have a little bit of updated gear, which should help a lot.
100%.
Nargacuga's still my favorite. Though, oh my gosh, that new monster they introduced.
The like ice wolfy thing.
Yeah. I love it already. I want one. I want one so bad. But it's only in Monster Hunter Rise, so I don't think I'm going to get one as a Monstie.
It would be nice if they did an update for this game at some point that was like, hey, here's some new monsters that are out. Because they've done that. They've done that for existing monsters. So maybe when Sunbreak comes out, they'll have like another new update of here's stuff that's been added since Sunbreak.
Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, I love that. Luna Ganon. Luna Garon, I think was what it was called, and it's so pretty, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be a pain to fight, because it's, master rank, but, or whatever they're gonna call it this time. And Ash Ketchum.
I think master rank is right. Have you seen the trailers?
Yes. Well, yes. I don't know if I've seen all of them because I don't know if any new ones have come out.
Oh, see that's what I was gonna ask. Was I wasn't sure if there had been any new ones out after the one that came out like what, a week ago or so.
The one that was like, stand aside, this is a royal matter, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Catcha-watcha.
Catcha-watcha. This was like the starting monster in 4 Ultimate. It's how they helped explain like that you could mount stuff and climb stuff a lot easier. I guess this is the variation of it.
Yeah,
It's got those crazy hook fingers.
it's a color variation primarily.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I vaguely recall when I tried one of the earlier Monster Hunter games that one of the fights I got into was a Catcha-watcha fight. Oh, that's weird.
Its ears, yeah, turn into this like mask thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
It is breakable.
Well, I'm gonna hit it with with Nargacuga, so
Yeah.
if I manage to get a white normal blows, I could also run that, but I think Gamoth is gonna be the popular winner.
Yeah, I think so. Gamoth just looks awesome.
Gamoth is pretty cool.
And being able to ride that thing would be awesome.
So technical and then speed is this one.
Yes.
You know what else I'm really excited for?
What is it?
Legend Arceus.
Oh yeah! When's it coming out? March?
January actually.
No, that feels so soon. Like Brilliant Diamond, like I feel like just came out.
So keep in mind,
That's crazy.
I don't think Legend Arceus is meant to be a replacement for the main lines.
True, and I think that's a very good point. And I wonder how many people like me that are like casually interested might have made that mistake.
Yeah, I do like it, but it seems to be being treated more as a side game than the mainline games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're reusing starters, for one. So breathe. Oh, it's back to its normal. So...
Yeah, unenraged.
And Janath, you're up. But like they're reusing starters. It's a region we've already been to, except older.
In the past, yeah. They are introducing new Pokemon forms, though.
And some new Pokemon that are evolutions of previously known Pokemon. Like Cleavor is a new evolution for Cider.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's neat.
At some point it might be worth just looking at the Legends Arceus site so you can get familiar with what some of the new...
Yeah, I think I've missed a couple trailers at this point.
Yeah, their site has they are releasing a new Voltorb that is grass electric.
I did see that, where it looks like it's made out of wood, right?
Yeah, it looks more like the current Pokeballs. Well, the Pokeballs that are in that particular version.
Apricot balls.
I'm not gonna bother taking on that purple Gypsaros.
Yeah, we've been there, we've done that. We played that game.
Yo.
Ratha La Rosa, that's something that we'll be discussing in our January channel meeting. I think, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I think you've expressed interest in doing something for Arceus, but I don't remember exactly what.
If I can afford it when it comes out, I kind of want to live stream when I first get it. Because we had talked about that at one point.
Yes,
just kind of a
dope.
react. It will be super late because I am on the because it'll come out at midnight, and I will totally be. Oh no.
Oh no.
So apparently there's a hole in the ground.
We're in a new area though.
Yeah. Another scrambly boy. But yeah, I am so excited for Legends Arceus. Like, I'm just, oh my gosh. I cannot wait.
I'll admit that it seems different because, like what you said, it's not a main game. It seems different enough from the formula that it's piqued my interest more than any... Oh, sorry. Oh god. It's piqued my interest more than any main title Pokemon game has in a while now. Oh hey, little caravan stand right in the middle of the fortress. That's handy.
Yup. I mean, I imagine there are a lot of hunters that need carting out of here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I find it interesting that there's a certain amount of portraying the hunters as kind of incompetent in ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're so incompetent you have to kill the monsters, you can't tame them, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how it feels they portrayed it. In spots. Like, Roberto is kind of the exception. Oh my gosh, if we fall... Oh, have a good night, NoobTube. I totally missed that part of chat.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I mean, we appreciate anyone hanging out who has been, because we know it's a little later than normal. And if anyone's who just joined us for the first time, because we're doing West Coast time tonight, welcome. So, Monoblos, fun fact, was the original boss monster of the first game's single player.
Oh.
The Kokoto village that you played in, there was really no story in that game. It was really just like hunt stuff to become stronger. And towards the very end, you got from the village chief, who was a retired hunter. They explained that there was a Monoblos that had killed his fiancée. They were hunting together, and there was a team of 5 hunters, and she died in that hunt. And because of that, the tradition of only having 4 hunters per hunt came about.
Interesting.
It's kind of like Monobolus being so big and Jaggy just like smacking it across the face with his tail is just comedic. I love it.
I'm still laughing at the movie where they're like, oh my gosh, Rathalos is the biggest, baddest monster ever. And I'm like, it really isn't.
I still haven't seen it. At some point we got to do a watch party for the Netflix animated movie.
Yes. I need to watch that at some point.
It was pretty good. And then Hannah had, like, earlier I was talking about like how I'm hesitant to watch more Marvel stuff just because of the amount of time commitment. There's a mini series that's come out that Hannah really wants to watch. It's based on the book Station 11, which she is a huge fan of. So like that's on our to-do list. I want her to watch Dune at some point, and she promised she would because I watched a bunch of Christmas movies.
I thought about watching Dune, and then I heard about some of the stuff in it, so I went, nope.
Fair, yeah.
Oh look, the very reason I brought more.
Yeah, yeah.
Aha!
Oh, I love that it flails around for a turn.
Well, it's basically trapped in a pitfall trap.
Yeah.
Because it got stuck partway underground when I startled it with the Sonic. So it's in a perfect position for...
Oh yeah, the pack! It's been a minute since we've seen that animation. I forgot how much I like it.
It's been a while since I had this one out.
Yeah.
Take this to the face. Yes! Well, the horn, as the case may be, but... Ratha
Nice.
Rosa had a question, Monoblos or Diablos? A little more... Is that a question of preference or a question of... words? I can word.
I like that it's glowing so red hot in the face that there's like an actual reflection of the light on the ground. That feels new, but also a very cool effect. I think the question is preference.
I like Monoblos so much better than Diablos. I like the design of the one horn better. On one of my playthroughs, I actually did a white Monoblos.
Oh, in your party?
Yeah.
I dig it. I have nostalgia for Diablos because Diablos was in Tri, which is the first Monster Hunter game I played. Monoblos, well, the first time I fought Monoblos was in 4, and I still feel like the monsters are really so similar that like I struggle with what they should be doing differently. But I like that both exist. I kind of like the fact that like they're both there. Like it makes the environment feel real. Like that they compete. They're from similar. I guess they have some sort of similar evolutionary origin or something. Aesthetically, Monoblos's head looks a little cooler.
Yeah, and that's what I judge a lot of monsters based off of, just because I don't have quite the same level of experience with these different monsters. Oh, speaking of palette differences and whatnot, you asked me the other day, how I felt about the idea of Pokemon just having different, color options.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got thinking more about that, and I think that would be the coolest thing ever.
The question was, and this will come out in a future Pokemon episode. The question I proposed was, we didn't see a shiny, but we were talking about shinies, I think. And I was like, well, so we have normal color, and then we have the shiny color. What if instead of having like just one super rare color, there was like a spectrum of colors? Like each Pokemon could be in like 10 different colors, and there were more common variations. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier. And Osprey, you think that would be really up your alley?
Oh yeah, like I would love a little more customization with the appearance of the team.
Yeah.
And I don't like, so like some of the shinies, they're so similar that I'm like, what even is the point? Or if I got this
100%.
shiny, I wouldn't even like it. Like, I was also sitting there, I was breeding, breeding Salandits for a Salazzle for my team. There is a 12.5% chance of Salandit being a girl. Problem is,
Yes.
only the female Salandits can evolve. I'm sitting there going, I'm gonna be so upset if I get a shiny Salandit and it's a full.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even be able to use it.
Yeah, and Salandit is like a great example of that. Like, it's a lizard. You could have like all sorts of different like color variations. Certain Pokemon, maybe it makes a little less sense, but like I could see like Ponyta, for example. Like the fire, maybe the shiny Ponyta has blue flames, and the other Ponytas all still have red flames. But just like horses, like you could give Ponytas like different coat colors, like brown and black, and I forget what it's called when horses have spots. There's some pretentious name for it.
But yeah, like they sorta did something something like that with Pavilion, where you had the different patterns based on region or where your game was from.
Yeah. Or like Shellos. Shellos has like 2 normal colors and 2 shiny colors.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they could do a lot more with the colors. It was kind of... I think part of why this idea kind of drew my attention was in Pokemon Stadium Black, before they even introduced shinies. Depending on what you nicknamed your Pokemon, it would, like if you moved Pokemon over from your Game Boy Color, at least in my version, might have been a bug, but I don't think so, was basically if, depending on what you nicknamed your Pokemon, it could, it would change the tint a little bit of your Pokemon's color. Yes! Defeated Monogloss.
That's neat. I never knew that. Nice!
Yeah, Ratha, Rosa, Pokemon State. So I've been playing Pokemon since Red and Blue, and Pokemon Stadium was also, a game I spent a lot of time on.
We played it for the channel for a little bit. I spent a lot of time in Stadium also. I love that game. I really love the announcer.
One hit KO!
I wished Pokemon Sword and Shield seemed like a great opportunity to bring that back, maybe just for the gym leader battles, because you're in that stadium anyway. That would have been neat.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool. I see why they don't do it for like the ranked battles, because a lot of the televised ranked battles they actually have people doing commentary. But
Yeah.
for the single player stuff, that it would have been amazing to have an announcer kind of like they did in Pokemon Stadium. Another game I miss is Pokemon Battlefront.
I don't think I ever played that one. Was that one on the Wii?
Yeah, it was the Wii one. I tried.
It was like Pokemon Stadium?
Yeah, it was very much like Pokemon Stadium. It was a little more doubles focused, if I recall correctly. I don't have a Wii anymore, so trying to play it, it's been.
Yeah, Nintendo's not great about doing backwards compatibility on their stuff, which has always been a point of frustration.
Yeah, I would love a new game along those lines. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
The dedicated, like, okay, there's like, because they have some story, but it's not a big one. Did you ever play Coliseum?
Yeah, I played Coliseum. I don't recall how far I got in it.
I know Coliseum felt like they were trying to do more story than the Stadium 2 or the other ones. And maybe, I wonder if they don't do it now because the games are already like 3D, but I'd love just a like, okay, we're gonna strip out the open world and all that stuff, and we're just gonna make the battles look as nice as possible, and here's like the multiplayer and stuff. Oh, did we fall through the ground?
Yeah, it was kind of weird for a second though, because I just clicked through before the cutscene triggered, and I was like,
I saw.
what? So now, where am I? Ooh, treasure chest.
5th floor. Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out my way back. Yeah, I think I have to go. Yeah, I have to like jump down here, I think. I am terrible at directions, so apologies if I get lost in this maze.
And it is, I mean, this is a pretty intricate dungeon layout for... I feel like the game hadn't really done something like this up until this point.
Hey Cheryl, how's it going?
Hey, Cheryl.
We were talking a little bit about Pokemon.
Yeah, the episode that you were in came out recently. Thanks for getting us through the Eterna Forest.
I mean, I thought the idea was that we escorted Cheryl.
Fair. That is true.
Yeah, we were just talking about how we would want something similar to Pokemon Stadium again. I do like the idea of being able to bring over your own team.
Oh, so what happened there? Diablo saw through our disguise?
I forgot to reactivate it for a second there, and it saw us before.
Gotcha.
So...
That's fine. We can beat up a Diablos.
yeah. I'm just trying to keep its patterns straight. Because I'm bad at memory sometimes. Pretty sure it was power and speed. So I'm gonna start off with speed. It's not grumpy yet. But, yeah, I would love... In Pokemon Battle Revolution, you unlocked new areas and new stuff as you did better in battles. And I think there was an option where you could bring in your own custom themes from, like, the DS games, which I liked. Because I like being able to do my own custom teams with the movesets that make sense to me.
Yeah, I remember Stadium introduced me to the idea of like rental teams, and that was pretty fun. At the time, I didn't have I think I borrowed Stadium or rented it from like a Blockbuster. We never bought it, so I didn't have the accessory to let me get my Game Boy team into Stadium.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Stadium was cool as hell.
Mm-hmm. I never actually got the chance to get the second one.
The second one was that like gold and silver generation, like it was
I
Stadium
think
for Gen
so.
2.
I think so. Right. I have one somewhere. But yeah, oh, remind me at some point to send you the link to the rental teams you can rent, that have some of, like, the bigger competitive teams, so if you wanted to try ranked battles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Have you played any on Smogon at all, or have you
No.
been focused on Sword and Shield?
Just sort of, I don't want to try to get into two different metas in
Fair.
two different formats.
It is a lot. Yeah.
I'm still working on my team for my new team for Sword and Shield ranked battles. So.
Yeah, it is definitely a lot, and they are two very different metas.
Also, I kind of appreciate Smargon, but at the same time, the first impression I got of them has kind of stuck no matter what I tried to do. And that first impression was, wow, they seem kind of full of themselves, but I think a lot of that was just... I probably ran into some of the wrong ones online.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
It's like a
I don't know.
treatise.
I was just gonna say, I don't think I know anyone who does Smogon battling. I just know, like, of them.
Yeah, where they decide they're gonna do their own rules and format and band list and stuff. But I remember a tweet I responded to, I think it was yesterday, where it's like, as a Pokemon fan, one thing I've been learning is don't listen to Pokemon fans.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
And
I think that's true of, like, I've found that's true of any fandom. I'm a big Transformers fan, but I've found that I've gradually disengaged from the Transformers, like, fan site that got me into the fandom in the first place. Because there's just so much, like, disproportionate, like, anger at every little thing, and it's like, I don't have the energy for this.
yeah, it's... I actually left the Pokemon subreddit because it just felt like everybody was just constantly complaining about everything, and I just, no.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's exactly the same thing. Like, a new cartoon gets announced for Transformers, and everyone's like, oh my god, the art styles, blah, 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 blah. New toys get revealed, and it's like, oh, why don't they look exactly like this, but with better articulation from my childhood? And it's just like, I just want to, like, enjoy things sometimes.
I've probably steered a little bit too much the other direction, and that is, I try to be extra optimistic about anything that a game decides to try, in part because I haven't seen it fully yet. So I wanna give it a fair chance, so and like, I can also kind of temper my disappointment a little bit in ways. It's not perfect, but yeah.
If it works for you, I think for me, like, yeah, I don't want to spend time hating on something, but I found that as I've, like, gotten older, I'm more and more easily just disengage when I'm disinterested I don't feel the need to stick around if I'm not enjoying it. Like, I used to be a big Halo fan, and I could not give less a shit about the new game. And Nate and Craig and Tom were like trying to like get a group of us together to play it, and I was like, no. I hope you all had fun, but I'd rather spend my time and energy elsewhere.
Yeah, and I feel like at a certain point, if you don't like something, it's just, no, not really digging it, see y'all later, and not spend all of the time making the people who do like it.
Yeah, I don't need to convince them that it sucks.
Yeah. I also feel like there's a little bit too much in some of the communities of, you're playing it wrong. If you don't play the way they want you to play, sort of thing. Okay. By the way, for anybody watching, I am completely and utterly unsure of where I am going, so I'm just kind of going around until I figure out where I'm going.
We're wandering.
I am bad at directions. I'm not quite as bad as Leon, but I'm bad at directions. Oh hey, a catavan post. I'm going the right direction.
Hi, hello, how are you today? Exactly right. And it feels like it's pretty fandom agnostic.
Yeah.
I will say there are certain groups that are worse than others. For example, I enjoy Warhammer 40k, but I don't play that in person, and I don't really talk to anyone about it because there is like a surprising, not surprising, I guess, sadly, is that a Black Diablos? Or is it just a Raging Diablos? Oh, it is a Black Diablos.
Is it significant?
It's just I just like Black Diablos' armor set design, yeah. But like, I think the Atomic Fox was talking about it maybe during the charity live stream at some point. It's like we both like 40k, but there's significant sections of the fandom that are just shit.
Yeah. Like, I feel like whoever makes Warhammer needs to figure out how to clean up house a little bit as far as the fans go.
I wonder possible. If that well is just... Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I wonder if that well is just too poisoned. It started out as a parody of, like, 80s rising, like, nationalism and fascism in the UK, and at some point in the last 30 years, like, something's gotten lost in translation, and now, like, the fascists are unironically the good guys, and it's like, well, when you get to that point, maybe hang up the gloves.
Yeah. Well, I thought they had made some changes to kind of reduce the way that that's a conversation you'd probably want to have with the Atomic Fox, not me, because I know nothing about Warhammer.
You're right that I think they're making changes. I'll be curious to see in like 2 or 3 years' time if that's enough.
The Atomic...
We're talking 40k, yeah, if you want to come hop on.
Cameron said if you want to hop on. So, I think the Atomic Fox is jumping on. Yep, they're gonna be jumping on here in a second.
Sweet.
So, yeah, because I know nothing about Warhammer. Like, my...
Hey!
Hello and good evening. That's the emotional broadcast.
It works.
Yay! Alright, let's beat up this Diablos.
Yeah. So we were just talking about fandoms and how they can suck, and then that got us on the topic of the 40K fandom, and I was mentioning like, hey, we like 40K, but we both have our issues with the fandom.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only toxicity.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I know they've, like, they made an announcement, the company, Games Workshop made an announcement recently, but I've been curious as to your thoughts on if the well is just too far poisoned at this point.
It's, I hesitate to say 100% for sure it is irredeemable, but there's a lot of poison in that well.
Yeah. And I think that they've lost a lot of the satire and irony that was of like the frame of reference for this like crazy fascist like Imperium, and so now it's like just unironically fascist, but also what got me thinking is did you see the trailer for the new Space Marine video game?
I have not. I've heard a few reactions to it, but I haven't actually seen the trailer yet.
I mean, it kicks ass. It's like awesome, and they're awesome, and everything's awesome. But like, because it's all just awesome, like I think someone watching it has no idea that like Space Marines are not the good guys if
absolutely
they're just watching like that trailer.
And honestly, that's the case with a tremendous portion of the media
Yes.
in the last few editions. Is really the Imperium is written, it's everything written from the Imperium's perspective, which is like 95% of Warhammer 40K supplementary material. It's unironic now.
Yep.
Like, they're presented as the good guys. There's a lot of stuff that's done to try and minimize or explain why the evil things they do are justified.
Yep.
There's a lot, there's so very much of the, well, all of the religious repression and totalitarianism and exterminatus and genocide. Well, if we didn't have the Imperium doing all of those things, humanity would be completely doomed.
Right.
It's the only way.
And at the beginning, it was definitely, it felt like, to me, reading early edition stuff was like, the Imperium is like their own worst enemy, and that's been lost somewhere along the line.
Absolutely.
Hi, hello, how are you today? Don't play Warhammer, it is too expensive.
You could do what I do and not give any money whatsoever to Games Workshop and do all of your gaming digitally, your tabletop simulator.
Yes, there are mods out there for Tabletop Simulator.
Yes.
Which I gotta check out at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to help you with that. Additionally, there is a lighter weight, simpler, smaller scale game that's inspired by Warhammer 40K, Grimdark Future, from One Page Rules.
It's called Grimdark, that's the name?
Yes,
Grimdark Future.
It's called Grimdark Future, that is the name of the game, and it is published by One Page Rules. It is open source, it is free, it is miniature agnostic officially, and it's absolutely not Warhammer 40K.
I dig it.
Yeah, they have, it's generic 40K. They don't have Space Marines, they have Battle Brothers. They don't have the Sisters of Battle, they have Battle Sisters.
I dig it.
Yeah. It's a very lightweight, much faster paced, smaller scale game. I'm not the biggest fan of it from a mechanic standpoint. It does some things that I feel like cheapen a lot of the strategy. It's a good time.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Kill Team. I went to like the booth to demo Kill Team at PAX Unplugged. But it was the sort of thing where they were like, yeah, this box like is everything you need to start Kill Team. I was like, oh, that's neat. And they're like, it's $200. I was like, well, it's been fun.
Yeah.
I've never done a miniature. Well, there was one that I played once. Somebody asked me, "Hey, do you want to try the simple rules, or the beginner rules, or the more complicated rules?" And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is really. And somebody else was like, well, how stupid do you think you are? And I was like, I'm not going to even dignify that with an answer. We played with the regular rules, not the simplified beginner rules, and I won.
Nice.
There were 3 of us, so 3... I think it was Hero Escape or something like that. So it seemed a little more contained. I know it was a mid-range team. I seem to do pretty well with mid-range as opposed to long or close range in games.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to check out Tabletop Simulator and play a couple games of Kill Team on it to get my feet back in the water. I am a Tau boy, which are blue communist space cows.
They are not communists. I have opinions about this, and also, I have their creator to back me up on this.
You're right, they're not communists. I'm just going for what they're called. I guess I should have said communist
the meme.
space fish.
The meme is communist space fish.
Yeah, but they're not fish either. They're not communist and they're not fish. They're just blue and bovine.
Yeah.
And they got the coolest mechs.
They do. They do have the coolest mechs. But on the note of back when 40K was still satire and such, they were a satire of NATO actually, and the clean, sanitized, euphemistic approach to war, military interventions instead of invasions.
Ooh, real quick, important cutscene.
Ooh, yes.
Shutting up.
Oh, that's like a pretty big blend.
This is gonna be good.
Okay, so we've defeated one of the riders. Who are they gonna leave to fight us now?
Roberto just throwing hands.
I dig it.
Uh-oh.
It seems like an incredibly wasteful departure procedure.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that under normal circumstances they'd. Why is the cat? Why is Neveira lightning? Is this something lore from the first game I should
Yes, this will get explained a little bit more later. But basically, yeah, you'll find out
He's
a little bit
not as
later.
useless as he seems.
Yeah. He just hasn't been great about showing the fact that he's not a useless, obnoxious.
So what's funny to me is this is all very dramatic and I love it. But also on our team are wyverns that can fly.
And so, yeah. Maybe don't turn your back to the ticked off Rathalos.
Yeah. Oh, he's going beast mode.
Well, also I'm so glad I had good-looking gear for my cutscene. Ooh.
Ooh, you don't want to do that.
As my character goes, Oh, I know what will stop that. Me!
My body, yeah.
Glowing, glowing, glowing.
Oh, there we go. That's gotta feel good, I imagine, like
Oh,
finally
yeah.
being able to stretch them out like that.
Actually, I don't think we have any Monsties on our team that can do the actual flying.
Nargis
It's just
we
an
could just...
incredibly advanced smoothbore cannon.
Yeah.
Gotta have a dream about Grandpa. While you wake up on the back of a Ratha's. Don't know how he held on.
Yeah.
Aha!
Yeah, would you call this steampunk? Like, they have access to like some interesting technologies.
That was risky. Got there just in time for me to just finish saving the day.
Yeah.
Took a while to get out there after the flare. Well, actually, it didn't take us that long to get through the tower. Did you notice that guy's feet?
He's a Wyverian, right?
Judging by the boots.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways. The important cutscene's over, so...
Oh shit, we can fly now.
Yes.
What were we talking about before? Something about 40k. You were saying.
Tau.
Oh, the original Tau concept.
Oh yeah, it's NATO.
Yeah, it was written as a satire of NATO's public persona.
Mm-hmm.
And approach to warfare that isn't warfare.
Right. Yeah, I remember the first Town Codex. What was that, like 3rd edition, maybe, or something? Like they used a lot of that like language to coach everything, and I thought that was very funny.
Yeah. And they have since completely moved away from, well, not completely moved away from that, but largely moved away from that. It's also been reflected in the way which like they play on the battlefield, as they used to be a highly mobile combined arms force, and now they are static gun lines.
Yeah. I was a little bummed out when I heard that the mobile suits don't get to like jump in, fire, and then jump out again anymore, and things like that. And I also really don't like I liked the NATO satire. I don't like the new stuff where it's like, oh no, they're just mind controlling everyone. It feels like just too on the nose. But I guess it also goes back to like the idea that like the Imperium has, I guess they've always been the protagonists, but now they're like the good guys. So the Tau have to be more blatantly evil.
Yeah, and also, it's an interesting thing that I've noticed is as the meme that the Tau are communists has developed, more and more emphasis has been placed on the like the mind controlling thing and the so-called concentration camps and whatnot. The fandom, where there really hasn't been a tremendous amount of lore that actually discusses that stuff in any detail.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was really just like what the first Dawn of War game. If you got like a certain ending, it was like hinted at,
And then there was some other stuff that was in universe written by an Imperial Inquisitor. So that's a reliable narrator.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're finding out a little bit more about Red, real quick.
Wait, we're meeting. Oh no, this is in the past. This is a flashback. Okay.
Anna said said there was more to tell about what happened to Red.
モンスターの声。ただならない予感がする。この世界は破滅に向かってしまう。信じがたい話ではあるが、調査をする必要はありそうだ。
そして私たちはこの地にやってきたの。
And this is gonna be very dramatic.
Oh, I'm ready for it. New monster?
大穴に隠された真実とはこの音のことか。そう。これは声だ。紛れもなく声だ。始まり。何がだ。
Oh, that dude. Is that dude the guy? That's the dude in the helmet.
Ratha's reacting.
Did we?
Did we what?
Did we met that Wyverian?
Yeah.
With the black hair before.
Yeah. He was in. Ooh, you'll recognize this one.
Oh shit, Nergigante! Nergigante. Atomic Fox, at some point you're gonna hunt one of these.
That sounds potentially very dangerous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look what just happened to Red. Nergigante eats elder dragons. It's a big, like, finding out more about Nergigante is one of the big plot points in World, so I won't spoil too much about it, but it is a sweet fight.
Yeah, I don't know if we actually find out how old Enna actually is.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna assume they're hopefully not doing the creepy Japanese thing where she's like 800 years old but looks like she's 14.
I mean, we already know she's... Actually, we don't know how old she is. I don't know if she was around when Red was a kid.
So maybe she's like, I guess if at this point we're born, so maybe she's like 20-ish.
Yeah, I'm not sure when Red died. I don't know how long ago this was.
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
レドの力をもってしても大いなる自然を前に人の力でできることなどありはしなかった。
Fucking elves.
So that whole line about Red asked me to give this to you. I'm not sure what that would have happened.
Oh wait, right now you can hear him calling up from the hole. Hey!
Go give this to Osprey.
Give that thing to my grandson.
そんな時、守りレウスが生きていて、箱ロ島に戻ったと聞いたの。 私は守りレウスに会いに行った。そしてあなたに出会った。
Yeah, you mistook me for my grandfather and
レ
tackled
ドは
me.
大穴の真実を知ることになった。
Which is funny because she clearly saw Old Red.
レドが果たせなかった。
Yeah.
So
果
like,
たしたい。そのためには
I guess that means that she had to have known. So she's like 80.
Yeah.
If young Red was familiar enough for her to mix them up.
ありがとう。俺たちは仲間だろ。一人で責任を感じる。
Now, is Ratha the new Guardian Ratha?
仲間。
Ratha is Ratha.
そうね。
Guardian Ratha
Okay.
is Guardian
私たちは
Ratha.
仲間。
Ratha from the first games is Ratha. They like naming their Rathalos as Rathas.
It's like John Smith, I guess.
Yeah. Oh look, another red glowing hole in the ground.
突き止める。
Ah, shit.
行こう。
I want to
Hit
see.
of Remembrance.
Ratha's only level 23? Come on.
Oh, but we got the full party again.
Yep, we have a full party. Ratha's one of our strength monsties.
Does that mean we gotta dump Anjanath?
No. Because Thompson...
Oh, we have 2 strengths. Gotcha.
2 strengths, 2 technical, 2 speeds.
Yep. I keep forgetting Thompson is not strength, because Tigrex in my mind is like... he's scrambly. I gotta remember, he's scrambly, he's not just like charging stuff.
But Thompson's entire nickname is Scrambly Boy.
Yeah. Hi, hello, how are you today? I think we might wrap it up here tonight. It's been 2-ish hours.
Yeah, can I even actually use the catavan? You know what, for shits and giggles, let's go to Mahana Village and then come back. I probably missed a catavan stand somewhere. Oh well. We will worry about that next time.
Yeah.
But I'm
Hey, we're
somewhere...
back! Ratha's back, everything's okay.
Go back to my boathouse. But yeah. So I think something got said about this being the last one before the new year.
It doesn't have to be.
I like doing
We were
it.
talking. If you're down to play next Monday, I'll be down to stream with you next Monday.
Works for me. So yeah,
Sweet.
we will see everybody next week, possibly at the regular time.
Yes.
Is the plan. And until then, stay safe, have a good time, and yeah, see y'all next time.
See you, everybody. Whoever was hanging out with us for the late night stream, we appreciate it.